Hi, John. So you guys just started off really strong in the first half. Can you just talk about that second half and just kind of where you guys lost the momentum?
Well, I think we did play a pretty decent first half. I thought the energy was great. We did not cave in when they went on a little bit of a run. We bounced back, kept it tight, kept it close. Kind of slipped up a little bit there towards the end of the first half, but still managed to finish the half well. But coming out of the halftime, that's something us as a coaching staff, myself first and foremost, is we're going to have to figure out how to manage that passion and that energy. Sometimes when you have a cooling off period, when it's just emotion and it's just passion, it kind of evaporates. We got to figure out how to retain that, and I think, our habits and our framework that we're playing under, we got to trust it better so that we can go from the first half, have a cooling off period, and start the second half. Another aspect is that you got to know when it's close in the first half that the other team's not going to sit tight and just let things happen the way it happened in the first half. They are going to try and put their foot on the gas pedal a little bit. We didn't handle that too well. We had several unforced turnovers right off the bat. I think the first possession, we had an unforced turnover. And you can't do that when the other team's putting their foot on the gas pedal and you're just giving them the ball. That makes it hard. So we'll work on that. I'm proud of our players. I'm proud of the team. I'm proud of the coaching staff of how we're helping them improve, helping them stay motivated to continue on this road. It's not easy. These circumstances are difficult. We're still missing Caleb Walker. He's arguably one of our best players, if not our best player statistically, and he's still on the sidelines with injury. So we're going to continue working, and hopefully we can get better at coming out of halftime and maintain performance in the first.
Yeah, absolutely. And I believe you had 6 or so freshmen out there today. Can you just talk about how the freshmen have stepped up both today and like really all season?
Well, we're trying to give players opportunity. Clearly, ideally, you kind of go with your best players and stick with them as long as you can. We're learning as time goes along that it's just hard on our best players to go the distance. And you start picking up fouls and you start turning the ball over, and a lot of that is just due to fatigue. So we've got to improve in that area. But while we're doing that, our young players can give us a little bit of relief in that area, and we're actually seeing some positive aspects of that. They're not showing up on the wins and loss column the way we want them to, but we are seeing some things and seeing some glimpses of quality performance from some of our young freshmen.
Sure. And you've had a week of practice. How was that? How was that just week of practice and being able to just be together? And how do you think that helped you guys today?
It was a lot of fun, and that's what we're trying to focus on. With young players, they sometimes think everything's just supposed to be about fun, and that's a big part of it. But it's a lot more fun when you're focused and you have a solid and collective goal to shoot for. So this week we really kind of tried to go back to the basics, so to speak, and I think it did show up in the first half. But we still have some work to do to maintain that over the course of 40 minutes. Fresno State's a good team. I'm very proud of our guys for going through this past week of practice. We did go back to the basics. We practiced hard, and they did not take their foot off the gas pedal. We're very proud of them for that. We did improve, but when you're going to try and win against a Mountain West Conference team, you gotta improve a lot, and you gotta do it well for 40 minutes, or it's still not going to be quite enough.
Absolutely. And you mentioned Caleb Walker. He was out again today, but how has he still been kind of an active part of the team and just, encouraging on the sideline?
He's doing great. He's frustrated that he can't play. But the human body, it takes its own time. Everything happens for a reason, and he's healing up as quickly as he can. He's eager to get back, and only time will tell when he's able to come back. But he's staying involved with the rest of the team. We're including him in anything and everything that we're doing. And as far as I can tell, unless you've heard otherwise, everything's going well.
And was that an ankle injury with him?
It's like a calf strain, so he's working through that.
Riley, this is our first time speaking. How can you just talk about like what your experience has been like playing this season so far, and yeah, what it's been like playing at the college level?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously it's a step up from the high school level. Wasn't really playing a lot at first. Wasn't really in the first or second group. Just kept my head down, kept working. And just, I don't know, changes with the team. Just stuff happens, just works out. And I'm in this position, but I'm very blessed to be in it.
Absolutely, and I think today you had your most points all season, and you had like 7 or so against Boise State. Can you just talk about like what's kind of contributed to that success in the last couple games?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like just not trying to like place a lot of stress on myself on how I perform. Just thinking like, however I perform is how I perform. It's nothing really. Like, I mean, I am playing. There is stuff I can do, but like if I play bad, I play bad. It's not something to sweat. Just keep looking forward is my perspective.
Yeah, absolutely. And you guys started strong in the first half, and then faltered a little bit in the second half. Can you just talk about just kind of what happened there in the second half?
Yeah, I think really I would say they're just a little bit more conditioned than us. They were able to get it up the floor quicker. And just from a holistic standpoint, we just couldn't really keep up with how fast they were playing. And eventually it caught up to us, which was reflected by the score.
Mm-hmm. And what like areas of growth have you seen already this season, just from the high school level?
I feel like I definitely gotten stronger. I feel like more confidence in my game. Like I know, when there's certain times to take a shot, when there's times not to take a shot. I feel like, so I say my decision making has gotten better. I said definitely my conditioning has gotten better too. It's a whole new level.
Yeah, absolutely. And how have like the upperclassmen and like the captains, how have they kind of helped you adjust to cadet life?
Yeah, I think I want to say Colby does a really good job. He reflects what a great cadet can be, as well as a good basketball player and a good leader. Like, if there's ever anything we need, he's there for us. And he also sets a great example just outside of basketball, being a cadet, like doing the right things. Just like if I ever need help with anything, like I can always count on a good answer from him, or just help with anything whatsoever.
And what was the biggest like challenge about like playing Fresno State today? And yeah, what do you think they did particularly well?
I think their bigs were really good at setting guard top screens. We haven't played anyone this season that's done that, and it was really. I mean, it's coming, but it just throws you off. You really got to fight to get around that, and they did a really good job doing that. Like I was able to get over a few times, but a few other times they caught me, and they got easy, wide open layups from that.
Yeah, and you guys have a short turnaround again. Another game on Tuesday. How are you guys? What are you taking from this game now, and kind of change your mindset to the next one?
I think, like, really, we just got to get in better shape. We got to do more conditioning in practice, and I hope we can get in better shape, prepare for Grand Canyon, and just give it our best shot.
Yeah, and you guys were able to get that bye last week and have a whole week of practice. How did that help the team? And what did you guys kind of focus on?
Yeah, I mean, it was really great to just have, just like take a step back and be like, all right, these are the things we need to work on. We have a whole week, so we're going to spend this whole week working on them. And I feel like we really came together as a team throughout the week. It was a structure, like longer practices became shorter practices. And just through the week, we could see our energy rising, our togetherness rising, and our chemistry as well.
Hi, Ethan. Yeah, you had a really good scoring day. Made 3 threes and all that. Yeah, what do you think was kind of going well for you in that game?
I mean, I feel like my shot was falling for sure. I also thought like Cam, Eli, they did a good job. Wes, Riley sealing the post was able to free myself up. So, some of the shots that I was able to get today were definitely, credited to a lot of the things that they're able to do on the floor, which is great.
Yeah, absolutely. And kind of like I asked him, what was it like on the court there in the first half, and what was going well, and then kind of what happened in the second half?
We just came out with a lot of energy. That needs to be the same thing throughout both halves. I think that was kind of the focus and intensity we had in the first half was great, and then coming out in the second half, just need to find a way to sustain that and go back to we just played a half and we got to go play another 20 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've been playing a lot this season. What do you think has been your biggest area of growth from the start of the season to now?
Probably just confidence. I think there was a stretch in the season where I was playing well and had a lot of confidence in my shot, and then for a while there I wasn't able to make threes or something like that, and then I feel like now with Lucas and I we try our best to stay confident in our shot, and if one misses, we have the trust in our teammates, and our teammates have trust in us that whatever comes or what happens, we can shoot it again.
Yeah, and how did a week of just practice and being with the team help you? And what do you think that the team worked on and kind of improved in during that week?
We focused a lot on just just defensive intensity, defensive focus, making sure win your matchup. Offensively, just fine-tuning the things that we're doing now, new things. So everything's new right now. So it's just continuing to grow and improve each game. Half to half and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And kind of what is your team's mindset going into Tuesday, and how are you kind of going from this game to the next one?
Same thing, just same thing. Defensive focused, and just whatever happens, good, and we continue to move forward.
Yeah, absolutely. And is the freshman class pretty close with one another, or what's the relationships like in the freshman class?
Yeah, I mean, I think I would say we're all pretty close. You get close throughout the stuff that we go through here, and then just obviously just being on this team together. There's a lot of adversity, and we're able to come together as a team. But also, these are guys that you went through basic with. These are the guys that you've been with every day. So, yeah, definitely really close.
Yeah, and you were the top scorer today, and the freshmen have just been doing really well. Did you expect to have as much of an impact this season as you've had?
No, not really. I'm obviously grateful that I've been able to, and I just think I just need to continue to get better. I think what we're able to do right now is just because we're a tight-knit group, and there's no real. I don't really feel like there's a freshman, sophomore, anything like that. We're just a bunch of guys out there who just go play together. So I feel like that's our biggest strength for us is just how close we are.
Yeah, and how have the upperclassmen and captains helped you this season?
They've been great. I mean, they obviously really helpful through the transition of coming from, obviously high school or prep for some guys, and coming in to be in the Air Force doing basketball plus school. So they've been great in that, and then obviously just fun people to be around. So that's always helpful, just a day-to-day basis.